What is up, everybody? We're here.
How's it going? I gotta straighten this up a little bit.
Okay, I'm sorry. Was that my fault that it was in the wrong spot?
Yes, it is.
It's always my fault. Well, look, we're here on a Monday night. Unlike Hollywood, we are not on strike. We are still coming to work on a Monday night, 8 p.m. to talk to all y'all, to bring you the entertainment news. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight.
We do. Yeah, mostly, we are going to be mostly focused on the writer's strike or writers / actors strike now. The actors, they just can't let the writers have anything by themselves.
No. The directors, though, they let them just have it. They settled. So I don't know if you knew about that, but the directors are getting ready to go on strike too. But then everybody's got different guilds apparently.
Okay.
It's like directors, writers, actors, all that stuff. But yeah, I'm excited. While we talk about all this, definitely let your voices be heard in the chat and let us know your thoughts and opinions, and we'll get those as we go as well. But yeah, there's a lot of moving parts to this, a lot of different things to dive into for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Married with Media Live, Monday night. Media.
I was wondering if you were going to do it because
I did it
past a certain point, you're not allowed to do it anymore.
That was that certain point. And also hit the like button if you haven't already. We appreciate you all hitting the like button. There's 38 people in here. If everybody that's in here right now, I don't care if you're watching on your TV, you can like on the TV. There's a way to do it.
There's a way to do it. Just figure it out.
Yeah, you got to get the controller and move down. And I've done it before. Hit the like button. Thank you. We'd appreciate it.
For sure. Let's get into the chat. We got Fawn FPS. Sound of Freedom has everyone on strike and hiding. Ooh.
We're going to have to review that movie at some point because it's really divisive for some reason, even though it's about child trafficking, but apparently that's, political.
I know, right?
So.
But I mean, I guess that's the whole thing is that there's a group of people who, I don't know if they just want to deny that it's a thing or they want to deny that it's a problem. And then there's the people who is we have to protect our kids, that kind of thing. So I don't know. We got Adrian in the chat. Hello there, super cool kids. How are you both? Doing
What's up,
well.
Adrian?
Doing well. I would get Dimension Scott. What's up, you two? We got a lot of news to cover.
Dimension.
We got Maria in the chat. Evening, guys. How's it going, Maria? We got Maria. Johnny. What's Johnny watching? What's up, cool kids?
What's up, Johnny?
We got Cody from Film Addiction. Howdy, y'all. Best damn couple on the YouTube right here. Yee.
Thank you. Yee.
We got Collector Movie Man in the chat. Hey, Ken and Michelle. How's it going? We got Tony in the chat. Good evening, Michelle and Ken. And
What's up, Tony?
I know from last night's stream that I'm on Tony's list. I might have missed what the list is. Is it just people who are in trouble with Tony? People Tony doesn't associate with anymore?
Because of
obviously that's not true because he's in our chat.
You were probably responsible for the silliest moment on last night's stream and you weren't even there.
But let's be fair though, is that moment was a moment that already happened.
Yeah.
So
you can't even say that was taken out of context either because the full context was there.
Right.
Right before we watched Showgirls.
If I ever want to try to
forget, tell everybody that we had the best night of our lives after that.
I did see that part and he was lying. So. I
was not lying.
Sure.
Just telling the truth.
But I was going to say, when you're alive sometimes, you say things that you might not think about. You know what I mean? You might say things you're oh, I probably shouldn't have said that.
You got to remember, we're on the internet. But anybody can take what we say and clip it, and they can do whatever they want with it.
That's true.
They have the right to do that.
But I was going to say, even though our stream is still up and anybody could find that, Bob, he made sure to just clip that little section.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he messaged me, of course, too. And he was like, please don't hate me. And I was like, I said it. What am I to be upset about?
You did say it.
Let's see here. People saying hi to everybody. Ken, I'm happy that you added me back to Instagram.
Well, Collector Movie Man.
Who?
I'm assuming that's Silent Attacker.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you Silent Attacker? Did you change your name? Let's see. And then Johnny saying hello, Ken and Michelle. Oh, that's right. He said hi to the chat first. Then he said hi to us. We got Hagen K. What's up, guys? Ken, do you think
What's
they'll
up, Hagen?
eventually do a similar still book to the other Mission Impossible movies? I hope down the line they do.
Oh God, I doubt it. They'll just re-release them all again, and it'll be different artwork.
Crazy.
She doesn't like physical media talk, guys, so keep it to a minimum.
No, I'm just saying it's crazy how they just like keep coming out with all these different editions.
Yeah, it's that's why it's hard for people to want to buy a collector's set of something when like a new movie's getting to come out.
Right.
So it's like you're just gonna do it again.
Douglas says Hollywood will never be the same again. I don't know. It's something.
Hollywood's crazy. They've always been crazy though.
Yeah.
Like that's been a thing since the 20s, as we saw in Babylon. All that stuff was real.
Yeah. Johnny says everyone needs to Hulk smash that like button.
Thank you, Johnny.
We got wet popcorn in the chat. Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, wet popcorn.
We already talked about this.
We did talk about that.
We got Tony's Movies and More. Hey Ken and Michelle, how's it going, Tony? We got Jason saying hey everyone. Yep, Monday Night Media.
Monday Night Media's here.
Ruben Walls. What's up, Ken and Michelle? Is always good to see y'all guys.
Thank you, Ruben.
Thanks for being here. We got Lance Jackson. Hey, Ken and Michelle, just at home watching College Road Trip from 2008, starring Martin Lawrence, and later going to play Shrek 2 and kill Puss in Boots.
Why would you kill Puss in Boots?
Monday Night Raw, baby, LOL. I hope the strike doesn't happen in 2024.
Could go to 2024.
Right. We got Holland Oates. Hello, Shelly and Kenny. How's it going, Holland? Suns and Shadows. What is that movie called again?
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom is an amazing movie. It's an important movie to see. Yeah, it's really blowing up.
I'll definitely check it out just because it's so divisive and blowing up. But I've heard that because I work with somebody that saw it and they said it's a very tough movie to watch. So
yeah, I've heard that too. But isn't it just in theaters though?
Yeah, it's just in theaters now. I'm sure it'll get.
I mean, we're definitely not going to go to the theaters to see it. So, we got Ethan in the chat. You guys remember that one SpongeBob episode with the strike? I don't. I was never a big SpongeBob fan.
Yeah, neither was I.
But I'm not surprised
seen episodes, but
that SpongeBob did a strike. MWM Media is war.
Media is war. Yeah, Raw is war.
It's a VIP list. We got Movies with Marty. Hey, Ken and Mitch. How's it going, Marty?
What's up, Marty?
Michelle made the list. No one is safe. I know, right? Oh, man.
You said you.
We got David in the chat. Hi, all. I hope you both are doing great.
What's up, David?
Thanks for being here, David. Tony says I'm off the list. I'm off the list.
Praise the Lord.
It is cool, he said. How did I get off the list? I didn't even formally apologize.
Am I on the list, Tony? I don't even know if I'm on the list.
You should be on the list. You should be on the list for sure.
I'm probably the first name.
Let's see. We got Cody in the chat, dude who loves movies. What's up, everyone?
Don't
forget to roundhouse kick that like button for the lovely Michelle and charming Ken.
Thanks so much.
Love it. We got Nate in the chat. Strike will give Ken time to actually watch his collection.
Yeah,
that is a plus.
I've said it before. I don't really want movies to stop being made, but I've said before if they just stop making movies today, that I would have plenty to watch for the rest of my life. Plenty of old stuff, but I know to maintain a healthy cinema ecosystem, you have to continue to have new stuff out there.
Well, yeah,
for the kids, we got to keep creating the film fans.
Marty says he can't believe he's in the stream so early. Haha.
Yeah.
Well, glad it worked out. Tony took Michelle off the list. Bob will always stay on the list.
Yeah, for sure.
If it isn't my consigliere Michelle.
Consigli.
Hello to y'all from Canada. How's it going, Jesse? You always going to make my brain hurt.
Hey, Jesse. You remember that show?
Yeah. It was on the Disney Channel. Yeah. And no, that wasn't around our time.
Hey, Jesse.
It was like when our kids were watching it or something. Monday night media, yeah, says Maria. Kenny and I's juices are flowing for Scrooged.
I am. Scrooge is getting a 4K.
Oh man, just in time for Christmas.
And I'm excited. Yeah. That's probably my second favorite Christmas movie.
Well, you usually watch it when you're wrapping presents, right?
Yep. Right after you go to bed after vacation, Christmas vacation, I'll start Scrooge.
Yeah.
That's a tradition.
Hey, Ken and Michelle, did you see the list I posted of TV shows and movies that are affected from the writer's strike and actor strike? And it is me, Silent Tucker. All right, good to know. I mean, you put that together, but no, I did. I think I saw the list, but I didn't get a chance to like look at it completely.
It's pretty much everything at this point.
Yeah, well, apparently House of the Dragon is continuing to film, so that's
because it's in the UK. Yeah.
I enjoyed Mission Impossible 7 very much. Glad you liked it. We got Deadly Spooky. Hello, hi, hey.
What's up, Deadly Spooky?
Yeah, if you missed it, we did put up our Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 review, and yeah, check it out if you haven't seen it.
And Bo was afraid.
Well, yeah, I was just mentioning Mission Impossible because she mentioned it. But yes, we watched Bo is Afraid. And man, that was an experience.
Man. I would say this week I got Sisu to watch, so we should probably check that out. Sisu.
I've seen that floating around.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna read a few more comments and we'll get into some topics. We got Daniel. Hi, Ken and Michelle. How's it going? Gotta admit, I've still got to see Mission Impossible movies since the first one. Haha. Well, that's all right. I hadn't seen any of them. Ken thinks I've seen like one, but I don't remember it.
Sometimes it happens with franchises. They just come out, they just start snowballing, and then you don't feel like you can.
Camera keep going in and out.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know it was.
Yeah.
Is it doing that?
It looked like it went in and out of focus. Adrian saying hello, everybody.
That's not good.
David says, welcome to Monday Night Media. Great announcer voice, Ken. Are you both wrestling fans? Ken used to be. I'm not.
I used to be. I haven't watched wrestling consistently since probably about 2013, 2014. But I used to be a massive wrestling fan in the late 90s, 2000s era.
Yes, he did. And I had to, I obviously watched a lot of it when you were watching it. I hope these strikes don't affect my favorite show of all time, and that is Chicago Fire. I've never seen that one.
It's probably going to affect pretty much everything.
Eternal Melancholy. Hi, you two. Ken, I just finished watching Media Report. What's the first topic?
Probably talk about the box office first.
Okay.
Be honest. Get that out of the way.
I'm worried there will be a difference in quality when they continue filming Deadpool 3 when the strike is over. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm sure everything's going to be affected in some way.
You think?
Yeah, but Deadpool 3 is going to suck anyway because it's Disney that's heading it up. And I mean, I didn't even think Deadpool 2 was all that good. To be completely honest, this may be controversial.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Deadpool movies, but I don't love them. I didn't even love the first one. I thought it was pretty good and fun, for what it is, but I don't think it's a masterpiece or anything.
Okay.
I don't fall over myself over it.
Yeah. People always need more money and more benefits. They deserve it for working hard. I wish I made more money.
We all do. We all do.
For sure. Okay. Should we get into some stuff or do you want me to keep reading?
Read a couple more. Get down to,
I know you're always so
Huck at least.
anal
Huck's in here.
About everything. What flavor of vitamin water is your favorite, Ken?
So I drink the Power C Dragon Fruit. And that to me is the only vitamin water that exists. I will never drink any others. That is the only one.
I'm honestly surprised that you don't buy the no sugar one.
I've tried those. They're atrocious.
Because there's a lot of sugar in that.
I mean, it's not, a ton.
I mean,
it's serving size one bottle. There's 16, it's almost 17 ounces in here, and it's 23. I mean, that's not a lot.
I mean, yeah.
It's like Mountain Dew. That's like 36 or 40 or something. It's at least half of that. So, I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, but you're always like sugar-free crap, and I don't know. I'm just surprised you drink it.
I've tried them before. They're not good. They're not good.
Have you both watched Tulsa King? I recently finished it and really enjoyed it. No, we have not.
I would want to. I do want to.
We got Huck in the chat. YouTube's power couple. Hey everyone, how's it going,
What's up, Huck?
And the guy who plays in the movie played Jesus in Passion of the Christ. He was also in one of my favorite TV shows, Person of Interest, Jim Caviezel.
And going back to Huck real quick.
Uh-huh.
He is actually, I'm pretty sure, I may be wrong. I'm sorry if I am, but I'm pretty sure he's a SAG member. So he's technically on strike right now.
Oh, wow.
Huck is.
How does one become a SAG member?
You have to live in Hollywood. That's Hollywood Huck over there. You know? No, I don't think you have to live in Hollywood. He used to be an actor.
Well,
now he's an editor.
This comment, though, he's talking about what's it called again? The movie with the child.
Passion of the Christ, played Jesus. Okay, yeah.
No, but what's the new movie called again? I already forget.
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. I keep wanting to say something else completely not right. Obviously, this is like a religious person then, right?
Yeah, a lot of people are religious.
No, but I'm saying like if he did Passion of the Christ and because I had heard something too about this kind of being like a lot of religious people going to see this and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, typically people in Hollywood are not religious and they traffic children. So that's why they don't appreciate this movie.
But I'm saying though, it's just interesting because you don't have to be a religious person to think that child trafficking is wrong.
But for whatever reason, just like everything else, it's become like a political thing.
Right. Okay.
So
people saying hi to Huck. Yeah, I do think it'll give us a chance to catch up on films. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I really don't want to go back to I like new movies coming out, even though I don't always love them. I don't want to go back to the pandemic stuff.
Right, I know.
Where it's like, even though it was, you know, and
well,
this
that
will be
wasn't
for
even a
completely
strike.
different
Yeah.
regions. Like this will be completely different reasons.
Did you say regions?
It'll be completely different regions and reasons.
But the COVID was different because they were still doing it, but it just took longer. This is like complete shutdown. So it's not like we're going to get like knockoff movies like nobody's going to be.
So we just won't get anything.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be better because I just don't want like the big new movie for the week to be Capone with Tom Hardy.
Or The Bubble.
The Bubble.
On Netflix.
You know, and I have to deal with that for 2 years.
I love you guys. You're a great couple. Thank you, Maria. You're so sweet. 1000 movie mainframe. Hey guys, wonder when the 2024 in film page will be created on Wikipedia. The strike may delay that. Surprising because we are almost within 5 months until 2024.
Oh, wow. I wasn't even aware of that. You're saying the release calendar for 2024 movies?
Yeah, that's crazy. Wait, Scrooge is getting a 4K? Heck yeah.
Look, Movies and Marty, I would never tell you to leave this stream to go check out my physical media report. But after this stream, go check out my physical media report. I talk all about it.
I recently watched Scream 6 and liked it. Where does it rank for you both in the franchise? Oh, man, we have a video on that.
Did we do a Scream ranking? I don't think we did.
Yeah, we did.
Did we do one?
Yeah.
Then that would have been the second one.
I think it was a live stream, right?
Yeah, we didn't do one when 6 came out, though.
Oh, we didn't?
Yeah, we did it. We did that when 5 came out. So I don't know if we did one for 6. We could have.
I thought we did it on a stream or something.
We did do it on a stream, but that was when 5
Okay,
came out.
Whatever.
Where would it rank for me?
Honestly, I cannot remember.
It would honestly be probably 4. Probably 4.
I can't remember what I put it on. To support the strikes in some way, should consumers who support the strike cancel their streaming services and stop buying their movies? That's a good question.
I mean, that's going down a very deep rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sell my collection and unsubscribe to streaming service. I might unsubscribe to a streaming service.
Well, they're not talking about selling your collection.
He said stop buying their movies. I'm not going to quit buying movies, is what I'm saying.
Yes, we know you're not.
Yeah. But I guess I could stop buying studio movies. because this is technically with the studios. It's not with the boutique labels, because they're just licensing the movies from the studios to put them out. So maybe I could just only buy boutiques, and I could support the strike that way.
I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Wait a second. We haven't even given our thoughts and opinions on the strike. We might not support it. So
correct. That's what I say. We'll get into it. But Ken's making me read all these comments and then going to.
I just said a couple more. You can stop.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. Screw the chat. We don't even care about the chat.
Well, I don't mean that,
I'm just joking.
Also, let's get into some topics and then going to go see Mission Impossible 7 Part 1 for the second time. Wow. No, thank you. I cannot go see that again. Okay. So do we want to bring up anything or do we want to just kind of go into it? I just hit myself in the face.
We're covering the box office first.
Okay. Well, we'll do the box office first.
Let's see. Where's it at? Actually, we had two things. Let's talk about this one first, just to kind of get it out of the way. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is supposed to be on Disney Plus on August the 2nd.
Okay.
So you guys will be able to watch that on Disney Plus if you couldn't make it to the theater to see it. So there you go. That's the first thing.
Okay.
And let's get into the box office now.
If anybody in this chat has Disney Plus.
If you still care to own,
we don't
have Disney Plus. Let's see. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 leaps to the top of the box office with 56.2 million weekends.
And I like how they say that as if it's impressive.
They do say that. They will usually say that for everything, regardless of what it makes, as long as it's number one. But this, to me, and I was going back and forth with somebody in my physical media report because the 4K Mission Impossible was announced, so I was talking about it, and I was talking about how the movie didn't do too well at the box office. And somebody said that it made almost as much as Fallout and all this stuff, and it made 200 million worldwide, and the movie was budgeted at 290 million.
Okay.
And Fallout was budgeted at like 170 million. And Fallout, I'm pretty sure, made 60 million opening weekend, so it still made more. Now, the reason the movie cost so much is because COVID happened like right in the middle of the production. So they had to all the expenses to they actually did a lot of stuff like Tom Cruise apparently like rented them out like their own separate like boats and rooms and houses and stuff to house everybody, because they didn't want them to go anywhere and get like infected or anything.
Gotcha.
So they spent a lot of money on this movie.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted. There's like a line across our face.
There usually is. I don't think the people can see that.
Okay. Is there a line on our face, guys?
No.
It like went away and then it came back and okay.
Yeah, that's just something to do with the computer. But I don't think this is a failure, but like I was predicting that this movie would make 100 million opening weekend.
I thought you said like 80.
Here's the thing. This movie opened on a Tuesday.
Right.
So already the weekend would probably be a little bit messed up anyway, because when movies open earlier, then everybody's going to go see them during the week, and then or the people that can.
But aren't they?
The weekend
So when
box
they
office
get,
isn't going to be as good.
Well, I thought though that when they talk that number, are they not counting Tuesday through the weekend?
They are not counting Tuesday and stuff during the week. Now, I'm going to get on boxoffice.com right now.
I didn't know that.
And I should have done this research before. But I think that the movie from Tuesday, and everybody was saying like 5-day total was 80 million. This movie came out on a Tuesday, right? We saw this on a Tuesday afternoon. So that's a 6-day total.
We did. I mean, it like said early screening.
Yeah.
But
so
I guess you would still say it came out on a Tuesday. I mean,
yeah,
we didn't have any like special
early
advanced screening or anything.
Yeah. So I don't know how to work Box Office Mojo.
As much as you get on it, you always fumble. I
only get on it like when we're live.
Wow.
But Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. See, it wants to show me. Let me see. Let's see if it shows me the weekend totals. July 30th through July 4th. That's not where we're at. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it made like $80 million over since it opened.
Okay.
And it made like almost 200 million worldwide. And I'm sure it's making more now on a Monday and whatnot, but it's going to struggle if it does to make its money back, because usually with marketing and all that stuff, you're going to inflate that 300 million to about 500, I would say. And Fallout, I think, made like 800 million worldwide. So I don't know. I don't think this movie is going to be a failure. I think it'll make a little money, but it's going to be hard going into this weekend when you got Oppenheimer and Barbie coming out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's going to run into a wall, and it's going to be really hard for this movie to make money after this weekend.
I agree.
So I don't want to say this is a failure, but it's not good.
It can't be what,
and it's not what they were projecting.
It cannot be what even like Tom Cruise and them were expecting.
Yeah, and everybody called Indiana Jones a bomb when it made 60 million and it cost 300 million. So this is almost the same thing.
Right.
56.2 million on a $300 million budget. I mean, that's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
So I don't get it, to be honest. I think it's kind of weird because I thought everybody was excited to see this, but
how long was Top Gun Maverick?
Top Gun Maverick was I think Top Gun Maverick was like maybe a little longer than 2 hours, maybe.
Okay. I just wonder if like the length of it like made people not.
I think.
I mean, obviously Oppenheimer is going to be really freaking long, but I feel like there was a ton of like build up to Mission Impossible 2. They were just like talking about all the stunts and stuff so much, but I feel like the whole Oppenheimer and Barbie thing has just exploded.
I'm worried about Oppenheimer. I feel like that movie, I think it'd probably make like 30-40 million if it's lucky.
Okay.
Now that may be I don't even know what they're projecting for. Maybe that's what they're projecting.
I honestly cannot wait to see.
With Barbie coming out, like I don't even know what Barbie's gonna make. Like it's
I know. That's what I was gonna say. Is I literally cannot wait to see what they make.
I will say though, this is the year of the family movie. I think that people are just in the mood to take their whole families to the theater and let's have a good time. This is what we're doing today. Mario did excellent. Spider-Verse did great. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 did great. These are all family movies. So I think Barbie's going to do really well, but I don't know. This summer seems to be a little cursed as far as the box office.
Yeah.
With Oppenheimer coming out, like that definitely throws a wrench in there as well.
I'm going to let you do it because I
think it's very unpredictable, what's going to happen in the box office. I don't know quite the reason. It could be the length of the movie, but also I was thinking maybe it was kind of, dumb of me to compare this to Top Gun Maverick, which I did last week, because Top Gun Maverick's a movie that has like all this rooted nostalgia and there's all kinds of people ready for that movie.
Yeah. I mean,
Mission Impossible's got nostalgia too, but I think there's a lot of people that haven't seen all the movies. Maybe they didn't want to see it because they hadn't seen the rest of them or something. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
There's a lot of baggage with it. 6 other movies. With Top Gun, there was just one. Like you just had to watch one movie to catch up with.
Well, it's interesting because a lot of times when I'm thinking about a movie too, I always think to myself, like, I mean, I'm just going to be honest. There are definitely movies that we go see that I probably wouldn't go see if we didn't have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
So I try to think about just the normal average person who doesn't have a YouTube channel or, is sharing about movies and all that kind of stuff. Like what appeals to most people like that. And I mean, it's going to be Mario. Like I would have 100% went and saw Mario anyway. Spider-Man. There definitely is like a line for me. I mean, would you say that too? Like you kind of do go see some movies that you probably wouldn't have normally went and saw had you not been in like the whole
definitely
YouTube community world.
I don't feel that way quite that much anymore. There's a lot of movies you go see that I do want to see.
Yeah.
And I would probably see anyway. But back in the day when I was going to movies like twice a week and stuff, like I was definitely going to do reviews and stuff on my Instagram page and all that.
Yeah.
So, and equating that to physical media, there's a lot of stuff I watch on 4K and Blu-ray that I wouldn't watch otherwise if I didn't have a channel. I feel like I needed to cover it. But another thing I wanted to talk about real quick, I'm just now seeing this, but The Sound of Freedom made $27 million this weekend.
Wow.
Like just this weekend. I didn't know it did that well. So that could have had an impact on Mission Impossible as well, because The Sound of Freedom, 27 million this weekend. There has to be a lot of I don't know what the crowd for that is, but that has to take some of Mission Impossible's crowd.
Well, I mean, we kind of talked about
because that seems like an older couple type movie.
Well, we talked about how like churches take their people to go see it.
Yeah, I mean, it is
like, can you imagine those like mega churches like taking like a whole group of people? Like some of those mega churches or whatever they call them, I mean, they've got a crap ton of people. So if they get together and they're like, hey guys, we're gonna go see this. And
all right, so Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is up to 234 million worldwide.
Okay,
so it hasn't hit its budget yet, but it probably will after a week. But then it's got to make so much more to account for everything else. So it could possibly lose money, which is not a success.
Why does it do this to me? Will you help me?
Hold on now.
It always...
Well, here's what you got to hit every time. When you want to go backwards, you just hit this one, this big guy, or you hit this one.
I want to just make us big again.
All right. Well, you have to get us back to here. And then, hold on, I'll figure it out. I'll just take it out completely.
Wow, that's painful. Okay, I'm gonna read some more comments and then we'll get into the strike stuff. Were you gonna say something else?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think I got all out I needed to say.
God. Oh, is Bo afraid? Great. It looks so good. Weird and trippy, but good.
Marty, we can't give that away for free. We did a whole review. So go after the stream, go check it out.
Yes. Right. Definitely go check it out.
Make sure you like that video.
But I will tell you, I did enjoy Bo is Afraid. Sisu, how do you say it? Sisu was good.
And it's a quick 90 minutes.
It looks like
it's just action.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's like,
It looks like a super violent.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Movie.
You love violence.
Would y'all prefer the Insidious films over the Saw movies?
100%.
No. They already have Halloween decor in stores. I know, man, it's coming. Whenever it turned July, I was like, "Are you getting excited?" And you're like, "For what?" And I'm like, "Fall and Halloween." And you're like, "It is just July." And I'm like, "Yeah, but literally everybody's already talking about it."
I don't feel it till the kids go back to school.
Gotcha. Can I have your OG poster wrapped up and ready to ship? Might send a few Canadian delicacies too.
That would be lovely, Jesse.
All of the Chicago shows, Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago Medic. Oh my God, how many are there? And then all the Law and Order TV shows and NCIS and the FBI shows are all affected by the strike.
All my grandma's old favorite shows.
We got Bob in the chat. Michelle, Kenny.
What's up, Bob?
You like my yelling? How's it going, Bobby? Bobby Blue. People saying hi to Bob. Okay. Huck is a SAG member. Thankfully, my YouTube life isn't affected by the strike. However, YouTube decided to demonetize me today for no reason.
Freaking YouTube.
So it's like being on strike. What? No way.
Yeah.
Oh no. Now it's freaking like what happened to Garrett.
Right? So
they
did. Oh, are you saying they did the same thing that happened to Garrett then, Huck?
Yeah, he said demonetize.
Or just like one video?
No, he said they decided to demonetize me today for no reason. Dang, Huck, I'm so sorry. That's like extremely frustrating.
Yeah, but there's a whole thing going around with creators not being able to talk about something per SAG rules or some crap. I don't think that we fall in that. I'm not exactly sure where like the line is.
Okay, great. So we're going to talk about this and then we're going to get demonetized.
We could talk about the strike all day long as long as we don't dive into like the movies. You're not supposed to promote movies or whatever, which we did already. We talked about Guardians of the Galaxy, so we're already screwed.
Huh.
I don't think that's the case, though.
Well,
to be honest, I wouldn't give a damn. Okay.
If we get demonetized, that's it. I'm giving up.
I wouldn't give a damn. I go even harder.
I don't live in Hollywood, and I'm an atheist. LOL. Well, there you go. Oh God, hope. Ugh. Oh God, Huck. Hopefully you get it sorted soon. Man, yeah, that's so. Sorry to hear that, Huck. What is up with YouTube demonetizing people with no explanation? Right, and then we have this like freaking just bogus stuff out there that doesn't get it. You didn't do anything to warrant a demonetization, did you, Huck?
What'd you do, Huck?
Chubbs loves movies. Hey, everybody. How's it going? I missed a Ken video. I saw the previous one and didn't realize. Well, my evening is now full.
I got a lot of videos out there, Marty.
Do not feel like you have to watch all of Ken's videos.
Yes, watch everyone.
He has too much out there to watch. I am late to the party. What did I miss?
I like to put something out there for everybody. You know?
We just talked a little bit about the box office, and that's about it right now. Hey, beautiful. Oh, hey, Ken. LOL. Now I get to be the beautiful one tonight. He always switches it, you know. How's it going, Caveman? Captain Caveman. I really thought the Mission Impossible would have made more money. Yeah, I think we all did. I still have Disney Plus. All right. No line. There's no line. Okay.
You can't see the line, Russ.
That's when I was asking about the line. Tom Cruise rented out a cruise ship where the entire crew and cast ate and slept. Right.
Thank you, Caveman.
Wow. That is crazy. I'm so behind buying 4K movies or 4K movies. I'm 2 years behind on 4K.
2 years.
John Doe Juggalo. Good evening, everyone. How's it going, John?
What's up, John?
Perhaps the fact that Mission Impossible is also a part 1 of 2 may annoy some audience members as well.
I mean,
it seems like we like our Mission Impossible movies self-contained.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely something to consider.
Spider-Verse. I mean, that was a part 1.
Yeah, but it's like that's like a different demographic.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like people that go see Into the Spider-Verse. Like obviously, yeah, we saw both, but like it's still different. Ken, when you get to Box Office Mojo, just click on the name of the movie and it'll give you stats. Yeah, Ken.
Yeah.
What's that? What's the book's box office numbers for dummies? You know those dummy books.
I may not be a smart man.
Domestic 80 million, international 155 million. You know they're quoting Forrest Gump, I guess. I'm going to see Oppenheimer this Friday. Awesome. Agreed, Michelle. It's 2 hours and 43 minutes. Another downside. Way too long, and it's not even a self-contained movie. Tell me about it. I mean, I'm telling you, after we saw Mission Impossible, I was kind of like...
You had a panic attack in the car.
I was very anxious that day, anxiety, you got some ups and you got some downs, and that was like I was fine before we went in. I was fine, and then it's just too long for me, and I'm just starting to like crawl out of my skin, and I'm like, okay, like how much longer is left, and it's just like dragging to me it is. I know some people just loved it and all for it, and sometimes those like really actiony movies kind of like overstimulate me as well. I'm just like, oh my god, there's too much going on, like get me out of here. So anyway, after we got out of there, it was hot. Like we've had like air quality stuff going on, and I just like, it was terrible. So anyway, yeah, I just like don't want to see movies anymore unless we're at home. I'll make,
You were fine with Beau is Afraid. I mean, we watched 2 3-hour movies last week.
But we split it up.
We did split it up.
That is completely different. We split it up. I literally can't do movies that are that long. I just can't do it because I'm like always miserable after.
Yeah, I hate it.
I can see Barbie maybe a lot more than Oppenheimer. Yeah, I cannot wait to see how much they make. Like both of them. Mission Impossible 7 is doing well internationally, so it isn't comparable to Indy 5 overall. My only strike concern is for the small studios won't be able to compete against the major studios. With that said, I am for the workers, for the janitors, all the way to the actors needing a living wage. Yeah, I mean, that's just like all of us, honestly, as a society. Like, Making a lot more, yeah.
I just want to live.
Huck, I agree. Also, the run times are on average too long. Yeah, like, and I forget who I was talking to. I think it was on Instagram. Who was it? I can't remember. But they were saying how in today's world, there's been studies that have said people are like turning to like the short content. What do you call it? Short form content.
Yeah, shorts.
Like people's attention spans are getting like shorter and shorter, but yet we're continuing to make these 2.5, 3 hour movies. And so it's like,
yeah,
maybe there's something to that. Like while the box office is not doing as well, people are like, I don't have the patience for that anymore. I don't know.
Remember in the 90s, there were a lot of movies that were just 90 minutes.
An hour
Action
30.
movies, comedy movies, adventure
even like
movies.
An hour 20, hour 20, hour 30. Like, please, just give me that.
Yeah.
I'm watching my Christopher Nolan series.
There's always cases where it needs to be that long, you know. But majority of movies do not need to be that long.
I don't know though. There's a lot of movies that have a lot of filler.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw something too where somebody was like, I think people have gotten lazy with like editing and they just don't want to like take anything out anymore. And they just leave everything in.
I've heard some of those movies will have like 4 or 5 hour like first cuts.
I'm watching my Christopher Nolan series right now. I watched The Prestige today, Batman Begins, and The Dark Knight. Awesome. We got Mel in the chat. What's up, friends? How's it going?
Friends.
What's up, Mel? People saying hi to Mel. People don't want to spend 2.5 to 3 hours in a theater so often. I mean, yeah, it's just like torture for me. I can't do it. Like, I love me a movie, but we got KB in the chat. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Ken. What's up, party people? How's it going, KB?
Hi, KB.
Just people saying hi. I had to drop out of the chat to take care of something at work, so say everything, please.
We have to know where we're starting from.
Haha joke. That's funny. People just saying hi. Love to see it. Sound of Freedom. Did I remember it? Sound of Freedom also has a Pay It Forward campaign going as well. Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Like what? Like,
oh, I think I heard that. The guy that I work with that saw was telling me about that.
What does that mean?
That it's like people are buying each other's tickets to go see it or something.
Oh my Lord. Okay. Kind of like
somebody pays for your ticket and then you pay for the next person's ticket. Something like that.
But it's like all the same, right?
I don't know. The person that's last on the list gets the movie.
I mean, that's like when you go through the drive-thru. Have you ever got lucky?
No.
You've never had that happen to you?
I don't go through drive-thrus as much as you.
That's rude. Seriously, it happens at Starbucks quite often. Not as much anymore because, everybody's hurting.
I don't have the money to go to the fast food and stuff all the time.
But yeah, it's such a pleasant surprise when you pull up and they're like, oh, the person in front of you paid for you. And then I'm always like, did they look in their mirror? And they were like, I want to pay for her.
That has never happened to me, and I would never do that for anybody else.
Wow.
Yeah, what if the person behind me is like a serial killer? Do you think, I want to pay for somebody's food?
What's funny though is when you get up there and they're like, oh, that's so nice. And there's been times where like I don't go ahead and say, okay, well then can I pay for the person behind me? Like I have like just taken the like rare occurrence and like.
How many times have you had this happen?
I've had it happen a few times.
Oh my God. See, that's because you go out like all the time.
Whatever.
You used to. I don't think you do as much anymore.
But anyway, there's been times where I just like enjoy it and like I don't pay it forward. I'll pay it forward later, But then there's been times like where you do it and they're like, okay, their total was $30 and something like, and then you're like, oh, never mind. But I haven't done that, but it's just kind of funny. Because I get like one coffee or something and it's not that bad, but then so you kind of have to look and be like, is it like a big family behind me or? But anyway,
I'll do stuff for people that I know, but I'm not doing anything for people I don't know.
I'm not so sure churches are going to see Sound of Freedom. I don't know. I've heard that it's a thing. It's like playing Tetris with OBS. Haha. I don't get it. What's OBS?
Oh, we don't have OBS, but that's another system to do live streams on.
But what's like playing Tetris?
Moving the screens around. That's what he was talking about.
Oh, I see. Okay, I get it. He looks forward to watching it. Hi, Sarah. How's it going? Good morning from Singapore. Wow.
Singapore.
Oh, we're blurry. We're blurry.
Wow. Even more blurry.
Nope.
Wow, we're not that bad. Fine. You all can
Are you
see us.
serious? Like, what is happening?
This is like one of those like interviews where we don't want them to see our faces.
Wow, this is terrible. Everybody's going to leave now.
I don't know what's going on.
Please don't leave.
Damn
there
camera.
We go. Please don't leave.
It never happens to me when I'm in there. I think it's just like it like struggles to figure out like who it wants to focus on, so it just makes us blurry.
Okay. Sarah just got done with your Shout and Scream movie video.
Oh wow, thank you for watching.
Awesome. Okay, let's I'm gonna let you pull this up. Let's get into this strike, okay, guys?
Oh, we're 50 minutes in, and now you want to talk about the strike?
Okay, so I'll tell you which one to pull up first. Let's do these.
That's the story.
I wanna explain for anybody who might not know. Okay, so pull it up. Okay.
Bam.
So, as you know, there is a strike. So
there's a strike?
It started as just the writers, right?
The writers, yes.
The writers started their strike.
Now, which, by the way, the writers have been on strike for like 2.5 months now.
Okay, so it started with the writers, and this is the first time in 63 years that the writers have gone on strike.
Not the writers, but the actors and the writers have gone on strike together.
Oh, okay, I see. The wording's kind of okay.
Yeah.
So Hollywood actors joined the writers in strike for the first time in 63 years. Okay, so this is the first time in 63 years that the actors and the writers are both on strike. Okay, so that's pretty significant, right?
It is significant.
That's pretty significant.
They're both on strike. We had,
So what's 2023 minus 63? When was that? 19.
That's 1960.
Okay, so what was coming out around that time?
We had Psycho came out in 1960.
Okay, but that would have been made before the strike.
That would have been made before the strike.
I don't know.
I can't name any other movie from 1960.
I didn't do like.
I'm good with release dates, but it has to be like 70s, 80s. I'm not as good with 60s release dates.
Huck, if you're still in the chat, I don't know if you would know. I don't know how long
What are you trying to say? How old do you think Huck is? He was not alive during the 60s.
But I'm saying he's knowledgeable.
I apologize, Huck.
That is not what I meant. I was saying he might know this answer.
Now, Tony's still out there.
Would you quit interrupting me?
He's been alive since films began, so he would know.
Tony, add him to your list. Listen, I was going to ask, because I don't know how long that strike lasted.
Oh, I don't know.
63 years ago.
We clearly didn't do our research. We're coming at this, from the perspective of two schmucks who live in Kentucky that just consume media.
Well, anyway, I'm not a schmuck. You can speak for yourself.
You're a schmuck and you know it.
Okay, so.
But I was going to say the most eye-opening thing to me with this whole strike was the nanny being the president of SAG, because I had no idea she was the president, or of the union, the actors union.
Oh, I don't know.
Fran Drescher. You don't know the nanny?
No.
You never watched the nanny?
I don't know.
The woman with the different voice?
No.
You have never seen the nanny. You don't know Fran Drescher. She's the woman that was announcing that they're going on strike.
No.
There was like clips of her. You don't know Fran Drescher. Oh my.
Are you talking about the one from like Seinfeld with the voice?
No, she's not from Seinfeld. She had her own show. It was called The Nanny. Came on in the 90s. And yeah, she had a very.
I don't know if it was Seinfeld.
She also did a movie called Beautician and the Beast. And she was also in Jack with Robin Williams.
Does she have the voice though that's like,
yeah.
Okay, that's who I'm thinking of. What was she in? She was in something.
She was in The Nanny.
No, she was in something else as like a side.
It's a super popular TV show. The Nanny.
She's been in some other crap.
She laughed like that.
Okay, but I'm 100% sure she's been like a wife or an annoying girlfriend or something in a show, because I know that voice.
Now, you may be thinking of Friends.
Okay.
Chandler's girlfriend, and that is not Fran Drescher. That's a woman that was probably trying to
I still feel like she's been in something else. But anyway, we're done talking about that.
Anyway.
So for people, you're done.
All right.
You're done. So what is a strike? Okay.
I just made Michelle's list.
This is what well, I get tired of you acting like you just know everything. It's so annoying. Now you sound like SpongeBob. So anyway, what are they striking about? What are they demanding? And I just thought that this was good. It's just a nice, easy breakdown for everybody. So obviously they're demanding more money. Go figure. Arguing that their pay has been undercut by inflation and streaming. So we're going to, break this apart. We are going to get into more detail, but and then regulated use of artificial intelligence. So this is a whole nother layer to it that honestly I did not even think about until we watched the episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Joan is Awful.
Joan is Awful. Yeah, didn't even know this was a thing really. And then better benefit plans. Okay, so that's kind of like what they're fighting about, or fighting for or demanding. And then so what does the strike mean for Hollywood? Much of Hollywood has already shut down since May 2nd because of the writer's strike, which is what you were saying. The writers have already been on strike for a few months now. But more production halts are imminent, with actors joining the picket line. So I mean, I can't imagine like how long it will go on with both of them being on strike. Like it's got to definitely get some panic going in the people in charge or whatever.
Yeah, well, there was a some kind of studio executive that was he was quoted, and I don't think like he was named like who it was.
Okay.
But he said something to the effect of, our strategy is to, and this is when just the writers were on strike, our strategy is to starve out the writers, wait them out until they start losing their homes and can't pay their rent. And then we'll end up winning, I guess.
Okay.
So that's kind of the attitude, I feel like, because the studios have made like no effort to negotiate with the writers since the strike began. Like there's just been nothing. They've just been on the picket line striking.
Well,
with no movement at all.
Gotcha.
So now the actors are in there too. So I imagine now it's going to up the ante a little bit and kind of force their hand a little bit more. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there's no telling if the studios continue to not want to budge because they think that, we'll get ready to get into it with Bob Iger, that their demands are unrealistic. This could go on for a long time, and it could get really nasty and ugly in the entertainment business for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just get into it. Now this is the guy that they just like renewed.
Yeah, right? They brought Bob Iger back in to run Disney again.
Right. Okay. So, I did watch a little clip of him.
Yeah, I watched quite a few with him.
And he basically was not very nice about it. He was, just saying that what they are wanting is very unrealistic, and he's definitely not for it. Doesn't sound like.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
So, I mean, we mostly talk a lot of crap about Disney. I feel like a lot of people have started to kind of move away from Disney or be kind of disappointed in Disney. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm always gonna love Disney World. We just went there in December and I loved it.
He even said that in the interview. He said their parks are like the most profitable for them. I think, like they make them the most money.
Gotcha.
Which I think is kind of
but yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything you want to add to him, or?
I think it was a very dumb, stupid, shitty comment to make. I think he should have. He's got way too much experience. He should have had a little bit more tact when he's in an interview with.
Yeah.
That everybody in the world's going to see during.
I mean, yeah, he definitely looked like a douche. Very
sensitive time, and he has no sensitivity towards it. And he just kind of brushed it off like, well, the pandemic, just happened. We're in trouble in Hollywood, and they should just shut up and take what we're willing to give them. Which you can say that, and yeah, there's definitely a time for companies to band together and take what you can get. But when, that guy's making so much damn money, probably more than like 500 or maybe 1,000 of the people that's working for Disney combined.
I saw this cool video where they had him at the top, and then this girl that made the video was at the bottom, and she would put like what he really means when he says this, and she was like talking about how much money he makes, and like she was basically like playing the devil's advocate or whatever you want to say to everything he was saying. And it's like, oh, it's easy for you to say all this, like you literally pay yourself ungodly amounts of money and all this stuff.
It's just you being a leader, running a company, your people are only going to put up with your company's bullshit for so long.
Yeah.
And I know that just from being in leadership myself, and you just have to be a little smarter. You have to have a little bit more tact, and you have to show some sensitivity towards subjects and things that they find important. Even though in the back of your mind, you may be like, I don't know why you're complaining about this. You're lucky to have this or blah, blah, blah. But you have to be sensitive to, your employees. If you continue to beat on them and take them for granted, then bad things are going to happen to you and your company.
Yeah.
And you're seeing that now.
So I thought that this was this is like a different side to it as well. That like when I saw it, it kind of like made me laugh a little bit. And it was just George Clooney was said to have said this about actors and writers in large numbers have lost their ability to make a living. For our industry to survive, that has to change. And so, I mean, when I read it, I kind of laughed because I'm thinking of all the big movie stars who make more money than we will ever see in our life, and it just seems a little ridiculous. It's like, okay, well, you give them some of your money then, like you have plenty. Yeah. But then, when I think about it again, I'm kind of like, well, maybe he's not really talking about him. Maybe he's talking about the smaller guys.
Yeah, he's trying to stand up for the people.
You know what I mean? And two, before we went live, I watched this another like reel or whatever, and it was of a writer, and I forget, she had like worked on like 2 different shows. They weren't like anything like real big or anything, but they were kind of asking her questions like, can you tell me how much you make a year? And so she kind of broke it down, and then she talked about like all of these like contractual like things with the contract, and like, so for instance, like one year she made like, I don't know, $200,000 a year, right? So, that's pretty good, right? $200,000 a year. But then the next year she only made $38,000.
Yeah.
And she said, sometimes if you sign on for a show, they have like in your contract, they'll say, you can't go write for another show for at least 3 years. So they're kind of obligated to this one show, but then they're in this waiting period of not even knowing if a show will be like renewed, or like there's like all this stuff involved in it that I never really thought about.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of interesting to me and kind of made me sympathize with them a little bit more.
It's very easy to look at it on a surface level and just be like, oh, you're a bunch of whiny actors and writers. Y'all are making millions out there, every single one of you. And I don't sympathize with you. I ain't making that much. But you got to break it down. And it's like a very, very small percentage of writers and actors are making
like the big
enough bucks to like have a great life and buy mansions and all that kind of stuff. Majority of them are barely scraping by. And you got to think too, like if they're living in Hollywood and California, like it's expensive as hell to live out there.
But then
$38,000 in a year, like that would be enough to last you maybe 3 months.
But then it is kind of frustrating though, because it does make you think about the rest of us.
Yeah.
And it's a little frustrating.
I mean, we're all being screwed. Let's be honest. Everybody's being screwed.
And it's like, if you're not working for like a union or whatever, it's like you can't really go on strike.
And I don't really know too much about this because I don't follow, anything outside of movies and physical media, to be honest. But I think like UPS is striking too, where they're getting ready to strike. So this could lead to, because I mean, this is Hollywood, like they're in everybody's face. And this could be like the example that everybody else needs in the world. We could be seeing a lot more strikes. And
well, I mean, it's just like going into like a personal level. Like I'm sure everybody knows, like, the prices for everything just keep going up. And, this doesn't really seem like a whole, like, I mean, the other thing said inflation and stuff, but this seems more to just do with being fair and all that kind of stuff. Not so much like, hey, everything's going up in price.
Well, and it's just
we
something
need more
that
money.
It's something that we all knew was going to come down, like after the pandemic, like just with all the money being spent and all the bailouts, they were giving everybody all this money in the economy.
Well,
people not being able to go and, make a living and having to stay at home. And it's like, we knew that this was going to catch up with us eventually. Well, and it has, and now people are being frustrated because their pockets are being pinched and they're going to have to scrape by, and everybody's getting frustrated.
So let's get into this. So they're coming out and saying, like, this is something that I hadn't even thought about, like I said earlier, until I watched the episode of Black Mirror, the new season that just came out. So the Hollywood studios have this, like, I don't know if this is just how they've been doing it or like it is a proposal. I'm not really sure like what to make for it, but I included this little description so that I could explain it. But it just says the deal included a proposal that background performers could be scanned using AI, get paid for 1 day's work, and then the studio could use that scan and perpetually on any other project with no further consent or payment.
Yeah.
Consent.
I don't know what was this proposal for? Were they just like trying to say that this would help them be able to pay the real actors more? Were they trying to say that, like, we're not going to have to use background actors, so we'll be able to pay you all more if we do the background actors in AI? Yeah. Is that why they were proposing it to them?
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but I think that they were just like the bigger actors and stuff, like not background performers or actors or whatever. I think they were just saying, okay, well, if we're gonna like do that now, like what about in the future? Like, because that episode in Black Mirror, they literally took a scan of Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even really her. And so it's like, okay, well, if they start doing it for the background performers and stuff, what's to stop them from trying to do it with other actors and stuff as well?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I guess you would have to agree to it, but it just gets into the whole artificial intelligence thing and like, it taking jobs away and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I think that's pretty crazy. I mean,
yeah, it is. And it takes away from, potential future stars, having work as background actors and stuff and get more experience in Hollywood. And if you just scan somebody once and then you have their likeness forever, then, where are you getting all the future actors from after that? Creators. And
right.
It just gets kind of weird with all that kind of stuff.
And it has to, like, I would think it would kind of like make you lose like your passion a little bit or like enthusiasm of it.
But make no mistake, they're already probably having conversations in the boardroom right now. We don't need these actors. We don't need these writers. We have AI. We can just computer generate everything and have the AI write their own script. Screw them. We're not paying them anymore.
Right.
I bet there's conversations like that taking place on some net level. Maybe not like
we're going down a dark road if we ever do that.
I mean, I would never support it.
No.
The first ever AI written movie and AI acted movie. No.
And so, we've got Mark Ruffalo. He's urging actors to jump into indie film and exit the empire of billionaires at studios. And so this I actually am like down for.
Yeah.
Like I actually think that he's.
But he got annihilated in the comment section on this post. I did.
Why
see
though?
It because he's like, oh, he's saying that after he made millions working for Marvel, doing all the Marvel shows, and movies and all that stuff.
That's true, but I mean, it was also, you could say it was a
but
life
Ruffalo has always been a very indie actor. Like that was really, I feel like his only big break was Marvel. Like he's not a guy that does a bunch of.
I mean, he's not even like that significant. Like, let's be honest, it's kind of.
I mean, he's a big name, but really just for Marvel in the same way.
But I'm just saying, like Hulk. I don't know. I feel like he was always kind of a side.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he doesn't make as much as people would think. He's not making Robert Downey Jr. money or anything, or probably even Chris Evans money. But I'm sure he's made quite a bit working for Marvel. But yeah, I think down with all the studios, kill them all. Long live A24, Neon, all the other independents. Let's just watch those movies.
We're seeing what do you call it when like you eventually just get to where everything's the same? It's all one corporation or one.
Yeah, I mean,
what is that called though?
Disney won't stop until they own everything.
But isn't there a name for that?
Monopoly.
Yeah, monopoly. So like, we over the years we've seen like all these different studios like get bought out and merge and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, it happens. Like you have to make decisions and money.
Discovery with Warner Brothers, and you're seeing that on HBO Max. And
yeah, but it is kind of like sad to like not see those like individual, studios and stuff. Like have a variety instead of like one big thing, just like owning everything and getting richer and richer and richer. And
and I feel like eventually, like Warner Brothers is going to get bought out by something, or they're going to sell their stuff out. And I'm optimistic about Paramount. I feel like they'll hold out for quite some time. I don't know what would happen with Universal, but there's definitely a lot fewer studios today than there was 20 years ago.
Do I just remove this?
Yes, you do.
Okay. And then make us big?
And then, make us big.
I did it.
But yeah, there's a lot of moving parts to that, a lot of different angles to look at it, as there is everything, I always say. But yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens next and how long this gets drug out. I mean, this is definitely going to start affecting when movies release, and I think it already has. I mean, there's a lot of delays already.
Yeah.
Because of this, so
yeah,
it's going to be interesting, and we'll be here to talk about it all.
Oh yeah,
as it goes.
I feel like I feel like it could, if it goes on for too long, I feel like it could kind of you just get to where you don't care.
As with most everything.
Yeah. It's like, okay, whatever.
The end of the world was happening a few years ago. And we got to where we just didn't care. We just wore a mask and went outside. Who cares?
I can't remember if I said hi to Dell.
Dell, what's up, Dell? It's Dell's birthday tomorrow.
Is it? Very nice.
Happy early birthday, Dell.
Let's see. Jason says, Ken, you'll love it. You love violence. I think talking about Sisu or whatever.
I do love violence.
Going to watch Barbie this weekend. I will watch Oppenheimer on 4K when it comes out. Good call, Maria. What? Hawk, you got demonetized? I know, right? We got Culture Trini. What up, peeps? How's it going?
What's up, Culture?
Let's see. Akeem. As someone who works for Walt Disney Studios, I'm shocked at the comments our CEO Bob Iger has said. Truly hurtful.
Yeah, it was just stupid. Like he just wasn't thinking. I don't know if it's just like old man brain, because we've worked for those type of people, big manager types that just. They feel like they can just say anything they want. It doesn't matter. Yeah. No sensitivity.
But if you're still in the chat, I mean, how do you like working for Walt Disney Studios?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I think non-SAG members are all right. So if Ken and Michelle are not SAG, then they will be all right. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think that is the case.
Sarah says, I love this channel with married couples on live podcasts. Awesome. There's not much coming out after Barbie and Oppenheimer. So if Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 has legs like Avatar 2, it will do well. It was my favorite movie of the summer so far. I'll buy the 4K. All right. But I make sure to watch them all.
Thank you.
I'm doing chances to my channel. Changes to your channel, maybe. I think Ken is right. This summer will be about family movies, so I won't be shocked if Barbie makes Mario Brothers money. There's no way it's going to do as good as Mario. I'm just sorry. There's no way.
No, it won't. No.
Mario killed it, and rightfully so.
It'll probably make half of what Mario made.
Life is like a box office. You never know what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Ken sounds like Forrest Gump. I wouldn't go see Barbie even if someone bought me a ticket and paid me $100.
Oh, why not?
Come on.
Oh, go see Barbie.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what movie is going to make money anymore.
Ain't that the truth?
That's true.
I would have never thought Mario would have destroyed at the box office like that.
I'm excited that Criterion announced The Others for 4K. I want The Machinist on 4K.
That was a cool announcement.
Movies.
I am your daughter.
Movies with what? The Others.
Kidman, the Others.
Yeah, I think so. Marty says, I love a good 1 hour, 30-minute film. As an editor, too, yeah, it seems sometimes they get lazy with the editing. Yeah, I don't know.
Got a lot of editors in here. Huck's an editor.
Sarah says, yes, movies. I have, they do run long and short minutes. Yeah, I don't know if you're saying that they're just too long or what, but I agree if that's what you're saying. We got Michael in the chat. Hey, guys, how's it going?
What's up, Michael?
Ken isn't as pretty as you, Michelle, nor I Ken, but I have done that before for others. During COVID, I tipped the fast food staff. Well, that was very nice of you. Hey, I heard Face Off is coming in November from Kino.
It is.
I have no interest in the booby LOL movie, but at least it's not another crappy remake or reboot. This is true. I always have to pay it forward if it is given to me. Cody, you're a good man.
Well, you're just a gentleman and a scholar.
Not focused, yeah. It was very blurry earlier. I just got here, so not leaving. Hi, YouTube. How's it going? Zach Attack.
Zach Attack.
I always pay it backward. Stay humble, stay hungry, always give back, and never give up. That's right.
Is that The Rock?
Turn off autofocus when you're not using a lot of lights. Ken, quit fogging the camera with heat. Ha ha. The only thing I do is give a few bucks to a homeless from time to time. Hey, it's better than nothing. I work for Disney as someone who's been on strike. This may last until the end of the year or longer.
Yeah.
Phew. That's crazy. Millionaires fighting over money while most are struggling, and it is another reason some might be staying at home. Yeah, I mean. That
could have affected it because, like I said, a lot of people do have that perception. It's just a bunch of Hollywood millionaires, fighting. I will say it does. It goes a lot deeper than that, I think. It comes down to people, working and getting paid fairly in the day. And the actors are the example.
So this is something that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Go ahead.
It's like, what is a reasonable amount of money to pay a writer?
Well, here's something we didn't get into. It's not just how much they're being paid. It's also
like the work environment,
the residuals, for their work and stuff. Like Netflix has changed the whole game. Back in the day, you had ratings to base stuff off of, like residuals and everything. Netflix and all the streams, they don't want to give anybody their numbers to let anybody know like how many people are watching and stuff.
Right.
And everybody knew that this was going to be a problem eventually.
Right.
I heard something today about people working on the show Orange is the New Black, and they had to have like other jobs while they were on the show.
Yeah, but to be fair, those were like not big characters.
Yeah, but that was a big show and everybody watched it, and I'm sure that on
Netflix,
but
like the main character is not going to get paid the same as a person who's in 2 episodes a season.
Yeah, I don't know.
I saw that article. I watched that show, and that girl.
No, I think what that girl said is that there are big actors on the show that I worked with that had to have more or 2 jobs.
Maybe, but
that's what she said. She didn't name the actors though.
But anyway, again, it goes back into like real life as well. Like
what's a fair parent?
Like what's acceptable?
Payment?
What's acceptable for us working people to get paid? Nobody's probably paid fairly.
That's what I'm saying. This is an example of just years and years and decades of, corporations not paying their workers fairly.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it all boils down to. And it's just the actors and writers right now that are kind of the example of that.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, and you as well, like I've never worked for a union before, so I don't have the ability to go on strike.
I know. That's
I
what
never
I'm saying.
have. Do you remember back in the day, at our old company, like
Mm-hmm.
there would be people that would come like put union flyers in people's cars, and we would have a meeting the very next day, and they would play a video portraying the unions as like this like Sith Lord type person.
Mm-hmm.
You want to join the union, So they would portray them in the most evil way possible to kind of scare us off from joining them.
Yeah.
They're going to take all your money. They don't care about you, all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff we used to deal with.
Yeah.
With unions, but so I have no idea what that's like or to be able to do that. I've just been at the mercy of corporations my whole life.
Honestly, it's just all a horrible mess.
And I do think that unions don't always have your best interests at heart as well. But, they may have it a little bit more than the corporations.
Yeah. Cody says, I recently saw that the nanny was the president of SAG a year or so ago.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Fran was also in UHF Ken.
Has she been acting for a long time? I know the nanny wasn't her.
You're thinking
her
of Friends, Michelle.
Janet. That was her name. Janet was Chandler's girlfriend.
I
don't know who came first. Was it Janet? Was it Fran? It had to have been Fran Drescher.
I think Michelle's thinking of Friends, but different actress.
Yeah.
Maybe I was, but I don't know.
Yeah, you're thinking of Friends for sure.
I'm watching Cadillac Man right now. Friends in that as well. I had no idea.
Oh, nice.
1960 was the last combined strike. Reagan was the president of SAG. Was also when actors first got residuals for TV shows. Strike lasted 155 days. Okay.
Oh, wow. So they were trying to get their residuals for TV shows back then. But that's another thing with residuals. At what point do you cut those off? Like, should somebody that's been in something, like maybe one episode, like 20 years ago, should they still be getting paid for that if it's aired on Netflix?
Right. Like should it be for life?
Or was that just your work that you did and you got paid for it and now you're out there?
Well, that kind of reminds me of when we watched the movie Air with Michael Jordan. Yeah. Remember how his mom was adamant about the contract saying that he would make money from every sale forever? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Obviously, yeah, you're going to build it into your contract if you're worth it. Like if you're the lead star of a show.
Right. So it's interesting. I mean, it would all have to come down to, honestly, it's like, okay, is this just not the writers and the actors' faults? Like, should they just be negotiating better contracts or what?
Well, some of them don't have that ability to leverage. They're not stars. They're trying to break into the business. They're getting any work that they can, and they're not even really thinking about that.
But it's like, should that be how it is? I mean, we all have to crawl before we walk, right?
Because that's it's
should we all get everything handed to us immediately, or should we work for it? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I get your point on that. I don't like if you were not really a big star and you were just in a few TV shows back in the day and you're expecting residuals now. I don't really think that that should be a thing. Mm-hmm. But if you were a big star on the show and you're the reason why people still watch it, I don't know how you exactly quantify that, but you should get some kind of compensation for it.
Scott says hi. Writers going on strike generally means American Gladiators will come back as content and response. Kay loves You're Done. Shush.
What's that one thing you posted? You're done. You're gone. Who was that?
Oh, yeah. I don't know who it was. Judy. It was a voiceover. Oh, yeah. That's it. You did. You did to me. Given that movies, TV shows are purely an expression of speech, attempting to regulate use of AI in films, TV seems like a blatant violation of the First Amendment. Whew, duck pond, you're really getting deep there. Writing off movies as a loss, then they don't have to pay residuals to writers, actors, and directors. Very strange and not fair. Interesting. Ron Perlman threatened Iger and then deleted his video. Really?
I saw that.
I hate Disney. Thinks playing a tough guy in movies makes him a tough guy in real life. We're talking about the guy from The Last of Us, right?
No, Ron Perlman is Hellboy.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw his picture floating around. Why am I thinking of
Sons of Anarchy?
What am I thinking of?
I don't know what you're thinking of.
You know, the one that was in the gay episode. And he was in the...
Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec?
Yeah. That's his name? Ron what?
Ron Swanson is his name on Parks and Rec. Nick Offerman's his name in real life.
Okay. I'm so close, you know?
That's the only connection I could find to Ron. Is that his character's name was Ron.
I don't know
Parks
why
and Rec, but you never watched Parks and Rec.
I didn't, but I know he was in it. Okay, so everybody knew all the strike information. You guys Googled it, didn't you? You Googled it. He makes a buttload, just like the CEO of AMC Theaters, makes $27 million a year while we live on literally peanuts. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that's going to continue to be a thing. I mean, the division of
I know Hollywood people hate me, so it's harder to have sympathy. That's true.
Yeah. But here's the thing. If you watch TV and movies, if you're into that, then
some Amazons are on strike too. That affects your 4K deliveries. Yeah.
For sure.
I think the directors union was going to strike, but they had their issues fixed. I could be wrong if anyone wants to correct me.
Yeah, directors are going to strike, but they came to a deal.
Them striking isn't going to stop AI, just like the laws won't either. It can slow it down, but AI technology will take over people's jobs. Yeah, it's very scary. Someone needs to go to Bill Gates' company and destroy all the AIs. It's like me being a background actor for a Mabel movie and then 15 years later watching Kill Her Goats 4 and see myself on the screen and not even get paid.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's crazy. But again, if you signed up for it, like if you were okay with it, then okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it sounds like it would be something that like you would agree to,
Because out of desperation.
Yeah.
I need to pay rent this month.
Definitely could be something you regret later down the line.
Then you realize that, I can't be in any movies anymore because they already have me.
AI Lionsgate Steelbook though, Ken?
I don't know what that would look like. Artificial
How do we know that Ken and Michelle aren't AI?
You don't.
That's right.
We're AI.
Nicholas says, hi, how is everyone doing today? We're doing good. How are you? I was an extra on a movie for about 2 to 3 weeks, and they paid hourly with time and a half after 8 hours. It was a nice job, and some people do that professionally.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's also Mark Ruffalo who ruined the Hulk because he wanted more face time, which is why they made the useless hybrid Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah. Skynet is coming.
Yeah, Skynet's from Terminator.
Oh, God.
I know you didn't get that reference.
But I can just assume it's scary.
Bum, 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 bum.
Mark Ruffalo's net worth is $35 million.
Yeah, it's not that much.
Lloyd Kaufman of Trauma warned of media consolidation for decades now.
Trauma.
It could be super annoying watching a movie and seeing all CGI background characters. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I hate the CGI crap. Like, please just make it stop. It literally just looks terrible.
Like
we got a super chat from Canadian Maker Project. If this strike goes longer than 6 months, do you think we may see more movies come out by studio companies in 4K as companies bleed cash?
If that's the case, I'm all for it.
Oh, God. Well,
I don't know. Maybe. Possibly.
Thank you so much for the super chat, though.
Yeah, thank you.
Always appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I think that, I don't know, like, have you like done a video about this or checked into this or not about like the sales of physical media? Like, has there been a slowdown to it because people are tighter with money right now? And
I mean, there's definitely been a slowdown to it over the past few years, but most people would attribute that to the rise of streaming. But we're going to try to turn it around when streaming's eliminated because it sucks and it's not a good way to own your movie.
Great conversation, y'all.
There's been stuff, just speaking of that, going up about movies just being pulled from streaming services, and movies that people bought on streaming services being pulled, and they don't have them anymore.
Yeah. I heard Barbie is woke. Ken, F that. Yeah, we'll find out. I could see it being woke, but
I hate woke movies. I'm going to go see The Sound of Freedom.
The Expendables 4 is going to be the biggest movie this summer. Wishful thinking, LOL. Wouldn't that be a delight, Cody? Listen, I'm not going to lie. That's the one with the Red Hot Chili Pepper song, right?
Is it?
The preview that we saw?
Megan Fox and Jason Statham in that front.
Right? Is that? Yeah. Okay. I will say, though, when I saw the trailer for the Expendables.
I like it when they line up the music with the,
why
with the guns.
Why are you making me sound like that?
I don't know.
You're so freaking annoying.
I'm sorry.
God. No, the part, like, it's really corny with Megan Fox and stuff. She's, like, playing her, like, sexy self, or she's, like, over-exaggerated sexy. She's, like, you know the part where he, like, turns her around and she's all, like, she does that thing, and then she has like a knife, and she's trying to be all sexy and stuff. It's just
very corny.
So corny. It's like, okay. But anyway, the part where it starts playing the Red Hot Chili Pepper song, and then they're doing all the like action stuff, and it like matches up with the like dun 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 dun.
Whoa, you're gonna get us demonetized.
It is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. But
well, who doesn't love the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I know, but the way that they like. What do you call it when you crank a gun or something?
Cock the gun.
Cock the gun. Like they were just like matching it all to the song. And I always think that stuff, which reminds me, Baby Driver. I really want to watch that again because it's a movie that does that, like matches the flow of the movie goes with the song, you know? And it's just so badass. It really is cool.
Well, I haven't seen it in a while.
I know. I've only seen it once.
On 4K.
I work as an artist and photographer. I get paid really well. Well, that's awesome, Brandy.
Well, that's good to hear, Brandy. It's always nice to hear people that feel like they get paid fairly for their work.
If you feel that way, you're very lucky.
Yeah. I feel I get paid pretty fairly. I do actually feel that way.
Good for you.
Yeah. Except for when they make me take a 100-hour class at home.
Friends competition for SAG president last year was Matthew, how do you say it? Modine? From Stranger Things Vision Quest. Residual should be for life. Yeah, absolutely.
Matthew Modine was also in Full Metal Jacket.
And my mom was working at a hospital. They had to do a union, but they had a choice not to join. Okay. The movie companies want to use the faces, likeness of background actors permanently through AI and only pay them one time for their whole career. Yeah. We got Tiana in the chat. Hey, I just got home from work. Wanted to jump on and say, hey, Michelle and Ken. How's it going, Tiana?
Hey, Tiana.
I know there's some other streams going on right now, so.
How dare they?
Let's see. One and done. That's what I always say. One and done for what? Movies? I have such a large backlog of movies, and Hollywood mainly produces garbage now. I would personally be fine if they never made a new movie ever again.
Yeah.
But again,
you gotta think about the future.
Do you really want to see the death of movies? Like, no.
Just because they suck now. And look, there's a lot of like the mainstream stuff sucks. There's still some interesting indie movies coming out, and smaller movies that we enjoy and stuff. So
yeah.
There's still good movies out there, and you don't want to see movies stop altogether. I may joke about the same thing a lot, but I don't really want movies to stop.
Yeah.
And you got to think about your kids and future generations of movie lovers,
Yeah.
What are you leaving for them?
Sarah said she was 19 years old when she got started in collecting movies. That's awesome. What I fear of AI taking over Hollywood and even video game development is everything being so damn boring. People can think of weird, unique, scary, and depraved stuff. That's true.
You can't manufacture creativity.
Baby Driver was a cool movie. The AI Jennifer Lopez ad is funny. I don't think I've seen that. I'll have to look it up. All right, we got to the end of the chat.
We did it. We're done. Do you have anything else you want to add about anything?
I don't think so. It's 9:30.
It's 9:30. We appreciate y'all joining us here on a Monday night. If you haven't hit the like button,
do it.
hit the like. How many likes we got right now?
I don't know.
If it's under 60, I'm gonna be pissed.
If it's under 60,
it's 53
because of you.
You son of a guns. Well, look, if you don't like us, you don't like us. I'm not gonna make you like me in the last 2 minutes of this show. But if you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button for us. It does help us, and it doesn't cost you anything.
It doesn't.
You just hit a button.
Such an easy thing to do.
And that's it. And it helps the video. But we appreciate y'all for watching anyway, even if you didn't hit the like button. Leave us a comment if you can. If you have any thoughts on this whole actor strike, comments.
Maybe you don't care and you think the actors and writers are a bunch of big crybabies.
Yeah.
I kind of go both ways. So.
Yeah, I figured you were going to come in with that angle tonight. Just
crybabies.
They're all a bunch of crybabies.
Well, I was pretty much, and then I saw that one video of the woman kind of explaining it.
And then you came to your senses.
No, I'm still kind of like, I see both sides.
Wah.
I want more money too.
Somebody called the ambulance on Hollywood because their whiny asses are whining too much.
Yeah.
But hopefully they get things sorted out and we get back to getting movies made and talking movies, focusing on creativity.
Okay, now you're just rambling.
But yeah, thank you all. Hope you all have a great night. And we got to. What are we going to do this week? Do you have any ideas?
I wasn't going to say because we don't know.
Sisu. I'm going to make her watch Sisu and we'll review that. That's what we'll do. All right, end the broadcast.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.